Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Cyclones will boot it away to start the game. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So TCU's offense will get the ball first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long. So I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Breaks into the open. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Let's talk for just a second about TCU. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road, potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Might as well give it to him again. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
He wants it all. Touchdown, TCU! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators script their first 5 to 10 plays. Looks like that script worked pretty well.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Iowa State Cyclones offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Back to pass, it's Houck. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Couldn't find his man last time, with a 3rd and 6. Going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Cyclones will punt this one away. They'll have to put it away for the first time tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Palmer.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Just feeds the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And wings it incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15. Looking to throw, it's out. Here's the pressure. Now he's going to break the pocket.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Right on the money. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And the Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets away. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. They go to the wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Smashes through the tackle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there.
Touchdown, Iowa State! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Full completion to the right.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times, good things happen.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
It's complete. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no...
Turning it on! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks into 1st down. The Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Leaves it with the running back. Ran through the contact. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Horned Frogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Horned Frogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Got a little space. Kept it, and he's past the marker. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Leaves it with the back. He'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Off the play fake. Immediately fires to the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Cyclones are facing 3rd and inches. He'll go to the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Howell. Makes the grab. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. The Cyclones come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Malone. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Cyclones have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Grabbed in the middle, it's Malone. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the 1st half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Malone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's caught. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Gibbs. Makes the catch. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Horned Frogs are threatening on 1st and goal. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Man, I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line, but 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions. Now
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, TCU!
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long from end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the 1st half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading into halftime.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Fort Worth.
And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, back to Amon G. Carter Stadium and our outstanding broadcast team.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Horned Frogs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Just one of those mistakes that can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it at the 20. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Gets it out fast. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now, we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Texas A&M is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up in practice this week. They're up by 21 over Florida. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be. Nowhere.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Give to the running back. Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Cyclones getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake now to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you've got to be dialed in. You've got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Gibbs. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Looking to throw on 1st down. Time to take a shot. Makes the grab down the right side. Hits the crease. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined and the touchdown stands. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Continues to fight for yards. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Off play action. And he throws another interception. His 3rd of the night.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The give to the back. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Scanning the field, it's Gibbs. Got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. The uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of the game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field.
And it's his 4th interception of the game. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5, and the returner is stopped. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. And the Cyclones with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a man, it's Houck. They're setting up the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Cyclones will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Now this offense is back on the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to him on the ground. Brings him to the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield. Now this defense could really use a stop on 3rd down as the offense has had its way. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll try the run. Fouls through the defense. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. That one was leaking and losing altitude fast, but it made it home. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Dropping back, it's Houck. Bringing the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cyclones send out the punt unit. Holds it in and looking upfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Lights off a defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. He'll do it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Touchdown, TCU! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Your boy KC is all over it, fellas. Here's a final between the Vols and Tide. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Each week in college football, the tests are just...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. He got it. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
Well, sudden change situation. You got to give this defense credit. Their offense just turned it over. They held tight. They didn't allow a touchdown. And they forced their opponent to take a field goal. Nice job.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the eight ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
To the air, it's Bradley. Oh, they're after him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. From midfield, looking for room. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.